Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a braided bun using X-pressions 84-inch hair in the color 30. Of course, off camera I have cut the hair in half and stretched it out so that way it's about 41 to 44 inches long. There is a design that she brought in that we're doing today. In the back, 2 small braids on each side of a big braid in the middle. In the front, I believe she let me freestyle it to fit the design in the back. I will only be showing how I did one side and the back middle because I did the same steps on the other side. Literally, the exact same steps. I start with the 2 small braids on each side on the back first because those will be braided into the big braid. Normally I don't add hair to the smaller braids, but she likes them to be a bit thicker. I really like doing braided updos, but it's a bit harder because of how short I am, and a lot of my clients are taller than me. So I have to ask them to adjust themselves by scooting down, tilting their heads, and so on, so that I can reach their head properly. Here, I ask her to tilt her head to the right so I can braid straight. Once I get to a good point, she can raise her head back up so she doesn't get a crook in her neck. I'm not braiding them all the way down because again, I'm going to braid them into the big braid. So this middle braid, I had to comb and brush jam through the roots to make sure that it would lay flat. I didn't overload her scalp with jam, but I put enough. After making it all nice and sleek, I had to figure out how I needed her head to lay so that way I could do this right. Now listen, I'm only 5 foot, 5'1" on a good day, and this is a tall person's job because these chairs only go so low. I told her before we started that she may have to bend her head forward for me to reach, and she did. I usually just have my clients tilt their head to the left or the right, but for me to get this straight down the middle, she had to bend forward. I started the braid and then I noticed it was leaning harder than Fat Joe in the club, so I had to fix that. I couldn't have her going out like that. I told her to bear with me as I got it straight, and I tried it a second time. I know you're thinking, why are you starting a third time? Hear me out. The braid was too thin. I waited too long to start adding hair in. This is the centerpiece of the back, and it must not be too big or too small of a braid for the overall look. Why do you feed in the small braids? Leaving the small braids out runs the risk of them showing in the bun or even just hanging loose in the ponytail, and it's easier to get them out of the way by braiding them into the big braid. This doesn't make it harder or easier when taking down, but when it comes to styling, it just looks way more put together. For the top, I wanted to mimic the pattern I did in the back, 2 small braids and a big braid. But I wanted to curve the braids to create dimension and to spice up the style a little bit. Big braids on the sides are slightly curved upwards, so it drives your eye to the bun. It also is the best thing to do for her head so it won't look flat. Me personally, I don't like doing straight back braids, especially for buns. Buns create a round, soft shape, and I would like the braids to give a soft-esque feel to mimic the bun. However, my real goal is to fit her face. Everyone's face and hairline is different, and being able to customize a style to fit each person is the ultimate goal. If someone were to bring me a style that I believe didn't fit them, I would ask them for permission to change it up a bit and explain why. This is why she trusted me to freestyle the front, because she knows I won't have her looking crazy. I don't want bulky small braids, so I part out thinner pieces of her hair, but not so thin that they can't hold a braid and break off her hair. I also use even thinner feed-in pieces that I did in the back so it's not so heavy. On to the big braids. When feeding the hair in, I gradually increase the size of the strands, not by a lot, but just a tiny bit. That way you'll give it that gradual small to big look. here I braided the small braids down too far and had to unravel it some to be able to tuck it better. I also braided both small braids into the big side braid. Whenever you are doing a middle part, you have to, and I mean have to, triple, double check that it is in the middle. I cannot count the number of times that it has looked like it was in the middle, and once I finished, it wasn't. I would be so mad because sometimes it can be fixed and other times it can't. So always, always, always check. I like to check not only in the mirror, but by standing directly in front of them. They may look at you kind of funny, but that part will be right, one way or another. You may have thought I was going to do a big braid in the top of her head, but it didn't sit right with me, and it didn't sit right in my soul. Now, it may look like I'm braiding her hair all rough like and heavy handed, but I promise I'm not. I like to ask my clients, am I braiding too hard? Is it too tight? Is it pulling? Asking these questions ensures that they are having a great experience and that you aren't pulling their hair out. If the answer to any of these questions is yes, just fix it. It shows that you care. I'm only braiding one small braid into each braid. It doesn't make sense to braid both into one braid. Sure, it may not be noticeable when it's in a bun, but do we really want to take that chance? No. The answer is no. After the last braid is done, I check and make sure everything is neat and orderly. No flyaways, no clumps of jam, nothing. Just like most of our mothers and grandmothers used to say, when you walk out this house, you are a representation of me. I can't let my clients go out looking all unorganized and whatnot. Once all the braids are slicked and slayed, I make sure each braid is similar in thickness because she wants a sizable bun. Not a really big bun, not a really small one, but just the right size for her head. If she was going to wear these down, I would also make sure they match in length. I do give my clients the option to do both. Instead of sewing the bun together, you can use hairpins to pin it up. That way they can put it up or down as they please. Oil the middle of the bun because they may not be able to reach that later on. And so if you just go ahead and oil it before you secure it with the rubber band, then for the 2 to 4 weeks that they have the style, that part of their scalp will stay oiled. They should also be able to sleep pain-free when they go home. Rubber band the base, and again, ask if it is too tight and fix it. You do not want to be the reason for a plug to be in the middle of their head. I don't really do those fancy edges because I know you're not going to take care of them when you get home. They are maintenance. As much as people try to say that they aren't maintenance, they are maintenance. So I just slick it back and call it a day so you don't have to fool with them. Same process as all my other styles. Oil, foam, dryer for 5 to 10 minutes. Now, I could have sworn that I pressed the record button for when I did the bun. I don't know what happened. I may not have had enough storage on my phone when I filmed this, but I promise that I will get it next time. Whether you're doing a ponytail or a bun, I like to dip the ends. The looser they are, the easier they are to move, and I'd rather not break a sweat while trying to force them into a bun. Work smarter, not harder. And this is the finished look. Would you get this style? What color would you do instead? Comment below. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.